Looks like steel, to be honest.
Of all the garbage here,
For the 1 pound of copper, I need ID.
discarded,
I thought the cans were his.
dumped, or deposited,
You got $2.20.
of all the rubbish recovered, recycled, or remanded, Ruth Hanna is responsible for some of it.
They're heavy.
At recycling centers, you can see her turning aluminum cans
50. 50.
into cash for charities.
50. She said 50.
But more than likely,
It does feel like 30.
you'll hear her first. She carries an infectious giggle, joyful laugh. All she carries and
By the
collects
time I get home, I feel I've lost 5 pounds.
her cans. For 28 years, the former county worker has walked through county buildings and other places, relentlessly wiring aluminum.
Okay.
It is an effort to give others a better present than the life she lived in the past.
I cried quite a few. I cried quite often.
Ruth was a Depression-era child given away by her mother.
Right here. Right here.
She grew up
See, I had a lot of hair at that time.
and was raised
Receiving my first communion.
through the kindness of strangers, living and working in about a half dozen homes through age 19.
Well, I was happy,
But one foster family was far
at least for a little while.
from welcoming.
I went through so much
At age 17,
pain and
the hurt became
sorrow and joy.
nearly overwhelming.
So I said working for this one family really almost made me want to end my life. I went through expression hell with this family.
She says the mother in one home where she worked and lived locked her in her bedroom after 9 at night.
She hit me several times. I had bed bugs and I had lice. I had to use a sink for a toilet. I felt like I was in prison.
Did you ever tell anyone about the abuse?
I reported it to my social worker. She came to see me, and the lady told her that everything was fine and that I was a liar. And so the social worker never checked up on it after that.
But a woman treated like trash and tossed away at birth wouldn't let herself sit and rot.
Well, I look at it this way. If anybody's got a right to be bitter at the world, I certainly do have a right. But I figure, what do you get out of being bitter?
At age 55, she began crushing, collecting, chronicling,
Like if you would bring me cans, you would be considered an outside friend.
and categorizing.
Yeah, it's work.
But the reality is, turning trash into donations helps her heal.
So this is a tonic for me, you know.
All the money is given to charities, but Ruth says most goes to the foster system, hoping children don't have to endure the pain of her past.
I've raised over $84,000 so far.
If you're asked how many cans were collected to amass that kind of cash, you're not alone.
What's the count up to?
So what number are you at now?
Well, as of yesterday, 1,046,700 as of yesterday.
And counting.
Makes me happy, very happy.
Around the time Ruth collected $1 million, she was given a trophy,
The can lady, 1 million cans for charity.
a proclamation, and a merit award.
I told my coworkers and my friends, if I'm 5 or 6 cans shy of $1 million and the Lord decides to take me, just put them in my coffin and I'll take them up to heaven with me.
Ruth Hanna could have acted like the garbage she collects, but instead, she laughs at that idea, proving one person's trash is another person's pleasure.
Very much pleasure.
Jeremy Ross, Fox 6 News.